Hi guys, it's Rydavan back again with another video, and in this video we are going to be going over the different sort of bikes that are in mountain biking, ranging from all the way from entry level bikes to all the way to some extreme downhill bikes. So you guys have a better understanding of what bike is meant for what, and so you can make better decisions when you're actually going to buy a bike. So starting off with this Canyon Grand Canyon, this is a bike which a lot of people buy for their first bike. This is not a very aggressive bike, bike which you can buy to ride on roads, do a little bit of trail riding, very not very aggressive but very linear sort of riding. This bike is a 2x10 drivetrain. It has 29-inch wheels, coil sprung fork, so nothing very exciting here. It has 100 millimeters of suspension travel. uh, the bike weighs 14 kgs. uh, the bike doesn't have any through axles. It has quick releases, so it's not going to be the stiffest thing out there, but you this is what your first bike may look like. So a lot of companies make similar bikes. So if you're buying a bike in this sort of price range, it doesn't really matter which company you go for, because almost all the bikes are going to be identical. The starting price of this bike is $800. You can get Canyons in India, though you have to give a very hefty tax on buying a Canyon. So moving on to something a bit more race oriented, that is the Canyon Exceed. Now Canyon Exceed is a carbon frame bike. The geometry of the frame is somewhat similar to the Grand Canyon. It is a little more aggressive, though. It is geared a little bit towards cross country racing in mind. And to keep in mind, this video is not sponsored by Canyon or influenced by Canyon. I just really love the brand, and they have all the bikes of each category in the lineup. So that's why I've chosen Canyon to do this video. So moving on, this is a 1 by 12 drivetrain that is all the heat these days. This is a carbon frame. This is the cheapest Exceed that they sell, and they only have carbon models. This bike doesn't come with a dropper post, but there are provisions in the frame for internal routing, so you can get buy a dropper post for this bike separately, or you can get a model which has a little higher build on it, which will already come with a dropper post. It will save you the hassle. But speaking riding wise, I think so this is one of the best bikes that you can buy if you're really into cross country riding, really into aggressive cross country, and if you really like the rawness and speed and the harshness in the bike. So this bike again has 100 millimeters of suspension travel, under 12 kgs. You can see it here in action. One of the best bikes out there on the cross country course. Moving on, sorry, yeah, and the price is almost $1,000 more expensive than the Grand Canyon. Now moving on to the full suspension counterpart of the Exceed, that is the Canyon Lux. So Canyon Lux is, again, it has 100 millimeters of suspension travel in the front, 100 millimeters of suspension travel in the back. Here you can see it in action. The bike again weighs under 12 kgs for being a full suspension bike with a dropper post. Now again, it has 29-inch wheels like I mentioned. It is a higher build. Canyon hasn't released any aluminum frames for this bike yet, though I think for the model year 2021, Canyon is going to be rolling out its aluminum Lux frames. So if you want to get an aluminum bike, an aluminum frame, you should hold on for a year. Otherwise, you can go for this. Though this is going to be running you very expensive. This is a higher build because this is a race bred bike, which they really want you to push the limits on of your abilities and going fast. So like you can see, it comes with a very hefty price tag of $4,300, and if you are buying this bike in India, it is going to be very expensive because you have to pay a lot of tax. This is a very light and very aggressive bike. Again, lightness and stiffness is the name of the game, so everything is built very stiff and very light, and a brilliant bike basically. Moving on to something which is more down the alley of basically everyone getting into trail riding after buying. So, if you're buying a bike and if you upgrade in the logical way, then the Grand Canyon should be your first, or a bike similar to this should be your first bike to start getting into the sport on. And slowly, as you grow, you'll outgrow the bike, and then you get something like this. So this is a bike which has 130 millimeters of suspension travel, 120 millimeters of suspension in the rear, and it is a 1 by 12 build. Again, this is the cheapest build. This is the Canyon Neuron. Last year only Canyon came out with their aluminium frames of Neuron. 2 years ago they came out with their carbon frames. So this is the same frame made out of aluminium and has the same suspension kinematics as their carbon frame. So this bike has a more relaxed geometry. The reach is longer, the wheelbase is longer, the head tube angle is a little bit more slack, so it can take all of those hits better, and it gives you more confidence at higher speeds because it's more stable at higher speeds. Though the bike is going to be higher off the ground, the bottom bracket height is going to be higher. Again, this is the 130 millimeters of suspension travel in the front, and again a 29er. This bike will start affecting your wallet at $1,900. So it is cheaper than it's a little expensive than the Exceed, quite a bit cheaper than the Lux. It is an aluminium frame, and I think so. And the bike weighs 14 kgs, which is respectable at this price point and the spec you are getting. It is a brilliant bike to start on. So this is like your very entry level trail bike. This is something your go-to bike if you're just getting into trail riding. Getting into something more serious, that is the Canyon Spectral. Canyon Spectral is one of the most versatile bikes that you can buy right now on the market, which and it has been proven by Bike Radar and Pink Bike. And if you've been following Canyon, then you know that they've recently signed Wibmer Fabio, and he is pushing their bikes to the limits, and it is absolutely amazing to see this bike. This is one of my most favorite bikes ever. So this is a trail bike. It started off as a 140 front 140 rear suspension travel bike, though over the year this bike has grown. It has grown taller, it has grown longer, it has grown more heavier. So now it comes with 160 millimeters of suspension travel in the front and 150 millimeters of suspension travel in the rear. This is on the verge of trail and all mountain territory. This is a bike which you can ride your trails on. You can do you can do a lot of jumps on. You can do bike park days on this bike. You can do shuttle days. You can do downhill on this bike. This is a very capable bike. If you look at it in a way, it's like a mini downhill bike. And the geometry also, it has quite a slack head angle, though because this is a more aggressive bike. The wheels are 27.5-inch in diameter. This is an aggressive sort of bike. This is a bike you would buy if you are really into trail riding, and if you are doing a lot of big hits, a lot of big jumps, then you would go for this bike. If you're not hitting big jumps, then there's no point getting this bike because you will not be able to utilize all that suspension that you paid for. And like I said, these are the most cheapest offerings from Canyon that I'm showing you here. This is a bike that weighs 14.4 kgs, which is again very respectable for this for the price of this bike and for how much you are getting for this bike. You're getting Fox suspension, you are getting Shimano XT and SLX mixed drivetrain. You're getting 4-pot Shimano SLX brakes with dropper post and everything. This is a great bike, and it'll run you $2,600. So if you are somewhere from India, so and in India, I don't really think that you should be going for this bike. If you don't live anywhere where there are actual trails, if you really want to get into trail riding, then I think that you should go for a bike which is more suited, which is more like this, suited to terrain that you can normally find around you. Because Otherwise there's no point paying that much extra for a bike which you are not really going to be using. Now getting on to some a bike which is like the Spectral but has the Lux DNA. Like, what I mean is it has the capability of a trail bike but has the efficiency of an XC bike. And if you combine both of them together, you get the Canyon Strive. Now, Canyon Strive is their enduro race bike. So this is a bike meant for racing. So again, it has 29-inch wheels. It has a lot of suspension travel. It has 160 millimeters of suspension travel in the front and 160 millimeters of suspension travel in the rear. This is a bike which is meant for going fast. It has a steep seat angle. It has a slack head angle, not a very slack head angle. The bottom back bracket height isn't that high, so you don't feel that you're too off the ground. It's a nice planted bike. It has a nice long reach, and it is a very balanced bike. It is a bike that is meant for going downhill, almost like a downhill bike, but still being efficient enough to be able to for you to be able to pedal back up to the hill. So this is the double-edged sword in this sport. Enduro bikes are the sort of bikes which you can do, uh, which you can climb on and descend on equally as well. Moving on to that is and yeah sorry and this bike is again the cheapest stripe that they offer. Again, it only comes in a carbon frame now, though I think next year they are going to be rolling out with aluminum frames. If not, then this is your best bet at getting this bike at the cheapest, and that is going to be $2,500. Moving on to something that is called Freeride. Now, Freeride are bikes which are like enduro bikes, but they are no, actually, they are more like downhill bikes, just toned down a bit. So they have a little less suspension travel, but they are meant more for going fast and doing and just free riding, just going to any mountain and just like bombing it down. These bikes are long, they are slack, they are heavy, they have a lot of suspension travel, and they are just meant for doing tricks and downhill on. You can pedal these bikes, but if you are going to be pedaling this bike, then I think that this bike isn't really meant for you or the type of riding you're doing, because this bike is meant for one thing, and that is just pushing the limit and going fast downhill. Though you can still pedal this bike if you need to, though I really don't think that if you buy this bike you should be pedaling it a lot around or like climbing, because this is a bike meant for free riding. So like I said, this is a 100, it has a lot of suspension travel proven here. It has 180 millimeters of suspension travel in the front and the rear. It is almost 16 kgs. Like I said, these are hefty bikes. They have to be built so tough so they can take a beating. Again, this has 27.5 inch wheels, because the smaller the wheels are, the stiffer they are, the stronger they are. So this is a bike that is going to run you $2,300. And to be safe, you can ride this bike uphill, but it is not the most efficient thing in the world. That is why I said that if you really need to pedal this bike, then I don't think that you bought the right bike for you. Moving on to something that is meant for one thing and one thing only, and that is going down the hill. This is a downhill bike. This is the Canyon Sender. So this has 200 millimeters of suspension travel in the front and the back. It has 7 gears, no BS, no dropper post, only meant for going downhill as fast as possible. So this bike is going to be heavy. It's almost 17 kgs for the cheapest build, and it's an aluminum frame. And this bike is going to run you to $2,800. Now, a downhill bike is a bike that you only buy for one purpose, and that is for going downhill. If you need a bike that can do downhill as aggressively as a downhill bike but still being able to pedal it, then you should go for a Canyon Torque. You don't want something as heavy as the Torque. You want something that is a lot more efficient than a Torque, but almost still as capable as a downhill bike. Then you should go for the Strive. So to conclude this video, I hope you have a better understanding of what these bikes are. Just to recap, this is the most basic bike that you would buy. It is more cross country esque bike. It is not very aggressive. Canyon Exceed is a cross country bike meant for cross country racing. Moving on to the Lux. Lux is a Swiss Army knife of cross country. You can be very aggressive with this bike. You can ride a lot on this bike. Moving on to the Neuron. Neuron is a bike that is most suited at mellow trails, green blue rated trails, not very big jumps, gaps, not that sort of stuff, but mellow trails. Moving on to the Spectral. Spectral is the bike for doing jumps, doing park days and everything, just having a lot of fun on your bike. Moving on to the Strive, if you are all about that speed, if you're all about that race, all about that lightness, that stiffness, that aggressive ridingness, then you should go for the Strive, because Strive is a bike that is going to push you to the limit as fast as possible through the roughest section as fast as possible. Torque, if you're all about that fun life, if you just want to go out, ride, have fun, jump off of things, do fun stuff, the Torque is for you. This is a bike that is virtually indestructible. You can pedal this around town, do a lot of urban stuff on this bike, and it'll take your beating. If you really want to see this bike in action, you should go see Wigmar Fabio's video. He's been riding this bike, and it looks so cool. This bike is a very cool bike. Though as we get through from smaller to bigger bikes, they get heavier, heavier, and heavier as the suspension travel increase. And if you are all about that just park days and just going from the hill to the bottom of the hill as fast as possible, bombing down the hills, roosting each berm, then a downhill bike is for you. I hope that this you found helpful, and I think so it's a little bit more clear on what bike is suited for what. And let me know down in the comment section what you thought of this video, if you liked it or not. I tried to make it a little bit more interesting this time around. I hope that the way I spoke this time was a bit better. I didn't stumble as much, and just in general, leave down in the comment section what you thought of the video and how are my videos doing now. Is it improving or not? And leave your suggestions as well. If you need to get in touch with me, my Instagram is in the description box down below. You can contact me through there. And that has been it. Thank you all for your time, and this is Ride Urban signing out.